Hello, it's 11:21 p.m. So hopefully I'm planning to go to bed after this, but I didn't take the supplement today, but I ate certain foods hoping that I would be able to get to sleep good tonight. But um so tomorrow sometime I'm having in plan to do a 3 hour, one of those 3 hour long open talks. I haven't done one of those in a little while, but something is weighing heavy on my mind, and I don't want to do the open talks tonight. I mean, do that 3 hour long because I just shut down my computer, and I already started a little bit of working on the gathering certain information for my Truth DVD for Christians Part 4. But I'm disappointed because they actually took it down, that thread on Indeed.com that talks about how you know if you've really been blackballed. And I thought that I had at least a copy on a flash drive somewhere, or at least my computer somewhere. I'm very disappointed at myself that I didn't get to save those web pages because that was very important. I thought I did save them, but I wish that Indeed wouldn't have taken down their message boards or threads or anything like that. But oh man. But anyway, y'all know what it's like to be blackballed from society and be blacklisted and everything like that. So, well, I'm having a strong urge to want to go outside and go to the snack machine and get me some cookies or something to eat. And I'm trying to discipline myself to not do it. And I only ate 2 meals today. So I skipped lunch today. I didn't eat lunch. But I really there's something I want to talk about, but I wanted to wait until tomorrow to talk about it. That's, bothering my mind. And yeah, something's always bothering my mind. But it's like, well, today I talked to a lady who reached out to me on Craigslist yesterday, but I was kind of, how you get scared to contact them back and stuff like that. And so she turned out to be another female, and she reached out to me yesterday, and excuse me, sorry. So the I have the heater on right here. So hopefully, I don't know if she reached out to me and offered me a place to stay, and it's in an area where the buses don't run, but she has a car, and she says she's supposed to get the car fixed. But supposedly next week or the week after, well, she thinks that I would be the perfect person to come and stay by her. And she's supposedly a Christian as well, but of course we don't have the same agreement on our, so-called Christian beliefs. So, um, but she wants me to go to church with her and stuff like that. But I want to stay clear from that, um, that the fake Pentecostal and Word of Faith movement and deliverance ministries and all that. I want nothing to do with those. So I mean, I'm hoping that wouldn't, um, I guess maybe I should be more like laying low and be more quiet. But I hope she wouldn't get mad if I refused to go to church if she wanted me to go or anything like that. But I was I started off growing up being outgoing, the type of person that's outgoing and go out of my way and introduce myself to people and start to try to make friends. And the foster family would punish me for it. And then as I got older, I mean, at the house, at the foster mom's house, I was always withdrawn and by myself and in my room, locked in my room, don't really watch much TV. And even here, I stay here, I stay isolated, and people were like, it's not good to be isolated. Well, people tell me it's not good to be isolated, but then y'all say nobody wants to be around me. Or you try to bully, harass, and lecture me saying you wonder why you ain't got no friends and stuff like that. So, this lady, she reached out to me and said she saw my ad lingering out for a while. And she said I sound very eloquent, and, she thinks I sound very brilliant. And just in the ad that she said she saw, and I'm like, wow. So it's like, I wasn't sure whether or not to do it, but I took my chances to, openly tell her about the gang stalking and me being a targeted individual in case some strange stuff happens at her house. You know how what the perps doing, they don't give a damn, you know. And I'm hoping that she wouldn't do me like the lady back in September did to me. I took my chances. But even if I didn't say anything, I would have had a moment where if I'm staying with somebody and then they just abruptly kick me out of their house for no reason and then don't even tell me what I did wrong. I mean, I've had stuff like that, even visiting somebody and just all random, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just, you know, and then they're like, stay away from me and don't ever talk to me again. So that's why I felt one of the reasons why I felt the need to give her a heads up. And then I say that I don't trust, permanently putting my trust and my all into permanently moving in with somebody. That's why I'm keeping my storage unit until or unless I get my own place. Because I would hate to move in with somebody and bring all my stuff and then have to get rid of everything and have to move somewhere else and be forced to get rid of even my valuables. So, and then have to start all over again. So that's why I feel like I need to keep my storage unit until or unless I get my own place, not some place renting a room or living with somebody else. But this lady, um, she said that she wasn't gonna really charge me much, just mainly half of the utilities and not even really any rent. And she said that she was hoping that me and her, that we both can help each other with some things. And um but I really, it's like the Pentecostal and Word of Faith movement and all that. I know that is part of corrupt corrupted Christianity. It's not authentic or the righteous kind of Christianity. And so she seems open minded and nice and everything like that. And I figure, well, hopefully, if she said she had a big house and that her mom not long ago passed away, and so she wanted more like a companion to live with, and I already told her that I'm not the type of person who will bring all kinds of people in, or you ain't got to worry about Candy Grandpre having any company. Because I don't have any guests or any close friends myself, especially more like in person. Maybe a couple of people who I talk to on the phone. Now it's down to one, and I thought I lost that person, but I'm glad I didn't. But it's like sometimes when it happened to me so much that um, when I beat in thought somebody got mad at me or turned against me and couldn't find out, sometimes it's not even that at all. But a lot of times people do. Like, you know, but some people I've had to get angry with and cut off contact with me if they got out of hand with being too bossy and too controlling, or if they said something that really like stabbed me in the heart emotionally, and or if I'm going through a crisis and somebody's being judgmental and unsupportive, yet they're supposed to be there for me and be a friend, I gotta cut off all contact. That make me mad and cut off contact with them. Or if they, act insensitive. So, but it seems like we Christians gotta be supportive of each other. We targeted individuals gotta be supportive of each other. So I mean, even though I know we can't trust in each other, but we gotta be supportive of each other. And a lot of us have different backgrounds, and um I know I need to be praying and reading the Bible more, and which I have gotten back into reading the Bible more, and need to pray as much as I read the Bible and do it more often. And me just feeling beat up, um, excuse me, feeling highly spiritually discouraged and beat up from dealing with spiritual abusers and stuff like that. And they call them religious sociopaths or religious narcissists. And I'm I know I do need God's help with trying to handle and deal with my traumas rather than, freaking out over everything. But then some people they don't understand and I end up losing friends, or they think certain things and rather judge than understand and have compassion. But I don't know if me and this lady could be a friend. I mean, we can be friends. She said she wanted me to be friends with her, you know, and she said that she had never really rented a room to anybody, but she said she wasn't really trying to get money, but she just, you know, wanted me to help her out with a few things, and she wanted to help me with certain things. But Janet last year, she was charging me 400 a month, but I only stayed 1 month. And then Daphne, the narcissistic scam perp, um, the one who recently gave me the cab ride earlier this month, Daphne wants to charge 75 a week, but I, I just, how people just flip on you. Like she seemed perfectly nice the first day, and then the very next morning she just started tripping, and then everything happened just so fast, and I had to pack up all that stuff and then leave. And I remember what I went through and having to walk 4 hours with all that stuff, and then didn't really have any water and had to drink. I think it was an entire half gallon of milk and walk, and that was what was able to keep me going. Being thirsty and stuff, and that was Labor Day morning. And I had because she woke up and started tripping, but everything seemed perfect. The day before. So I'm still confused at why she did what she did. And she chased, and she's a money hungry narcissistic perp that try to chase after money any way she can. And she brag about her donating plasma. She a cab driver, gang stalker, renting out rooms to people, and who knows what else she does. But how the hell you got a multiple streams of income and you still driving around in raggedy vehicles and living in the projects, Pensacola Village, in the projects. Not that I think I'm better or anything. I'm homeless, but the fact that you act like you think you're higher and better than everybody and you're narcissistic, but it's like I'm surprised you ain't living better. With your kind of attitude. You know, But it seemed like now that's a money hungry scam person who try to get over any way they can, and they figure that I'm weak and mentally slow and couldn't fight back. So that's why she, got away with abusing me and treating me the way she treated me. And so when I realized that was the same girl, and y'all saw the video of, and I didn't realize that was after I had until after I filmed her and I already got in the car. I mean, in the van, in a cab, and I said, "Are you Daphne?" She said, and that's when she told me, "Yeah." And so I didn't say much or nothing, because I know it would have been an argument if I would have told her, what, hey, I remember what you did to me over a year ago. So I just, after that, I blocked her number and I was walked. I made sure she didn't get all my money. So I didn't care if I walked, if it took me a half hour or 45 minutes in danger to walk the rest of the way back over here. I'm like, you don't deserve all my damn money. Because I was going to originally have her take me straight over here, but I had her drop me off on Fairfield, before you get to where I'm at. And then I was so mad and disgusted what she did to me. I walked the rest of the way, and I didn't care. It was 30 something degrees, and I was freaking cold, and I was just so mad. So it's like I get really scared and nervous because it's like I didn't even last 20. I didn't even last 18 hours by Daphne, and everything just happened so fast. But Janet, I mean, gave Janet a chance and had no choice because of coronavirus and the lockdowns. But Janet seemed like she was more open minded. But, you know, Janet was like a fake nice perp and more subtle with everything. And I already told y'all about how when she waited till after she rented the car and took me to Miami, and then she started perping me and acting a certain kind of weird. And then after she turned the car back in, she ended up acting her normal self. But she started to act like a narcissistic perp only when we were down there. And then when we got back here, she acted her normal self. And Janet was the one who told me about this hotel right here. So if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have known about this hotel. But that lady, I mean, I hope everything turns out right. That there was a lady about 2 or 3 weeks ago who wanted me to be like a caregiver and not charge me any money, but just to be a caregiver. And she must have felt like I wasn't a good fit, so she didn't select me. And I still never got any phone calls from the jobs I've applied to. I even applied for one of those jobs through CoolWorks and never got a call or an email back. All you had to do is submit your resume, and I got nothing back at all. No response. And so it's like I feeling a whole bunch of just emotional pain and hurt right now that I need to let out. I'm feeling hungry enough to want to, feeling like I can't resist, feeling like I'm gonna give in to the urge to want to go get some cookies out the snack machine or just have another peanut butter and honey sandwich. But I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to have the peanut butter and honey sandwich. But that kind of bread, I'm afraid of, with that kind of bread, the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread. I think I've had 4 slices in the past before. But I'm just afraid of something bad happening if I had too much. So that's why I stick to one sandwich rather than 2 sandwiches. But the junk bread, shucks, I don't eat 3 sandwiches no more, but I used to eat 3 sandwiches. But then I would eat, if I were to buy the junk bread, I would buy to have 2 peanut butter sandwiches. But with that kind of Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread, with the high fiber and all that, you can only do one. So I'm hungry because I only ate twice today. And even though I yawned a lot, I'm still feeling like nervous and jumpy. And I guess that's all I'm gonna say for now. But tomorrow, I'm planning on doing a 3 hour talk. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.